And we are live. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Square Work Media's world. I'm your host, Square. Hello. And let's get right into it, guys. So, how is everybody doing? I guess everyone's doing okay. I hope. So we're going to be reacting to video that I saw posted a while ago, and I got to tell you, I did see the starting. I may not have saw the actual what you call it starting, because everybody, sometimes everything's usually started in the mind, even when it's from something they see or we hear out in reality, it comes from the mind. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the screen fixed. Give me just a second. I'm still an amateur YouTuber, but I hope everyone's having a good morning so far. Why will this not get where I want it to go? There we go. Okay. That's a little bit better, but that's not still what I want. Y'all don't, just try not to let that bother you for a second while I do this. Okay, now what we're going to do, there we go. Now we're ready to react. Hold on. Let me just, yeah. I have to move that up a little bit. There we go. Now we're ready to react. All right. I'm getting there, guys. I'm learning as I go, and that's why I made those regretful mistakes. But moving forward, new day, new time, new habits. Let's go. This is a video that Uncle Will made, and I'd hate, this is the guy that got me started wanting to get active on YouTube. Number one, for a lot of reasons. It's not far, like this whole little, The geographical area, even though this is all on YouTube, the geographical area where this was majorly boiling in was between somewhere in Paintsville, Kentucky, down connected through to Tennessee in the 615 area. Now, I grew up in the 615. I grew up watching old Upchurch the Redneck back when that was his, before he was even that into music and stuff. Like, I remember Church from a long time and I always thought he was funny. Looked up to him. Probably won't always want and still want to be more like Ryan. And, Johnny, and I'm saying this to you, dude, if you watch this, do you think for 1 second that, let's say you never existed, bro, and I came along and what's happened to me that you know all about has happened? Do you think I would blame Ryan or Miss Patty just because people that follow and support them and like them as fans, that they're somehow, come on, man, come on. Anyways, let's get into it.
No, it's funny to me how people seem to forget how we got here with this guy.
Yeah, no telling. You got that right, Uncle Will. I mean, look, I'm not trying to be all on my high horse here. I said a prayer personally, and I put it on my community post. That I mean with 120,000% of my being. Okay, I know it's hard for me to stick to something like glue and to just get that tunnel vision, guys. And I know you probably still don't think I got it, but I do. Um, I asked mods to be watching out in the chat. I'm not really paying much attention to it, but you know, let's chill. Let's have a good morning. Like Uncle Will, like I was wondering when perhaps because I saw another video which I don't want to mention first because I want people to get all the views they can from it. But I asked that person if I could react. I didn't ask Uncle Will. Maybe I should have. I'm still very like to making my content, like unless it's something major or national or whatever. Like I want, and Uncle Will, I want you to know that I know I can't ask you now on this video, but from now on, I'll make it a habit to ask you, sir. Like I've watched you for months, and I'm pretty sure you've seen some of the crap go on around here, and stuff that got heated, and things that I did do wrongfully, and I'm taking accountability. I am. I'm not trying to continue them. Dagburn, I guess, is, man. I don't know.
He took somebody's career that he didn't know, destroyed it. He talked shit about Ryan for.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about Ryan's career status, but I'd have to say, with all the recent AWP Kylie Rodney thing and the Chase Matthews, and like, look, we all got to remember Johnny Gobble did what? He said something about Ryan Upchurch's little sister. God bless her. Don't know her, but and don't nobody should know her, especially Johnny Goble. And for him to threaten that he was going to hit her up, got Upchurch come all the way to Paintsville. Now Johnny claims it's a setup. I look at it as a good old fashioned two older, healthier style males that got a beef with each other and they want to duke it out. I mean, that's not exactly my way of going about it. If I was in a similar type, I wouldn't be in that type of situation. But if I was in a similar type of situation, I would try to debate it. And sometimes you can't debate with people, so you just got to debunk them.
Shit, almost 3 years on the internet. Doesn't know the man from nowhere. Pretended he did and all kinds of shit. And through the whole thing, he just plays the victim.
Now, there have been things, I got to stop right here and say that, there have been things that he legit even if he did start up doing some wrong things, we all know the saying, two wrongs don't make a right, but it's a hard thing to follow that saying. So, but Uncle Will is right. Whenever he does things like this, I think he's more or less talking about this situation and the past situations that he literally ignites by going over and saying something about someone's mom or Ryan or something, and then he wonders why Creek Squad as a whole is like looking at him like, seriously, what happened to PVG? Oh, he threw that out the window weeks ago. Didn't y'all know when he said worky versus strong? Johnny, you're a hypocrite.
Sometimes
Even me and Mr. Fusion will agree on that one point. You're the biggest damn hypocrite ever on YouTube.
people, sometimes people get what they deserve. So don't be mad about it. Y'all watch this video all the way.
Right of that, but I was sitting there and wasn't even paying no attention when I was talking to him and smoked the whole joint. Usually I smoke a half of one, you know, but I ain't like up church or nothing, but he burned.
Dude's pretending like he had a conversation and smoke sesh with Upchurch. Sorry, I don't have auto zoom yet, but for real,
Burned down probably all day and shit. But anyways, we pull up at the school here to pick up
for real.
her little girl, which is my little girl too, and she says, I believe you need some Visine.
For real?
I said, okay, all right, yeah, I think I do, because I'm pretty damn well lit.
For real? Where is Paintsville, Kentucky police about this situation? Surely they could have figured out what date and time this was and charged him another one. No, I'm sorry, Johnny, but I mean, fuck, you're admitting to being stoned, fucked up while behind the wheel picking up at a kid's school. Dumbass of the Year award goes to. Oh, hold on, guys. I accidentally. I mean, you never do something like that.
Well lit. I got high before I.
And what I mean is, you don't ever smoke and drive, or smoke right before you drive, or drink before you drive, or drink while you drive, or any of that shit.
Do it. Talking up church.
Especially picking up your little children. Do you realize what you hold in the palm of your hand? Good God Almighty.
I guess that's just how things roll. But anyways, just wanted to share that with y'all, man.
Man, that's man, those old Upchurch videos when he first looked at this shit, man, they will never not be funny. I'm sorry, but they won't be. You know, Johnny, I'm not making fun of you right now. I'm calling you out for the bullshit you did on this platform we call YouTube as a whole. It's a new year. There have been new updated guidelines. And I know you claim people are doing some wrong to you, and I'm sure they have, man. But come on, dude. Like, even I, in my situation, got to realize the people that attack me wrongfully, they ain't never going to stop, so I got to. Because if I don't, I'm going to go mad. I'm gonna drive myself crazy, and it's just going to be just a train wreck, bro. And that's the path you're on right now. Again, you need to apologize to that man. You need to ask if you may apologize to him, voice to voice, man to man. You really do. You know, you need to thoroughly explain what made your mind go through to say something like that. You seriously do. That's all I'm saying. Let's get back to the video.
Bro, being this delusional has to be dangerous. I mean, dude, there's video proof of him, like, just creating this fucking false world in his head as he lives in the.
Well, I don't know if he'd necessarily be delusional up church. He likes to pretend, and which, I mean, same thing. I mean, if his pretending is going into real life, you're right. Fake reality. I mean, you know, church, from the video I just watched a while ago, it don't seem like he's living in a fake reality. It seems like he's fully comfortable having a wife and kids and sitting at home saying YouTube is his job at 8,000 subscribers. He's fully comfortable with that statement.
The real world. Plus, I mean, come on, who in their right mind brags on social media about getting high as fuck and looking high as fuck, picking up their kids from school?
Thank you.
This is the last thing I'm gonna say. Until Ryan Up Church
That was a lie.
gives me you
can't even say give me an apology. And for what? Because you barked at some of his fans and people that associated with him and tried to get him to bark back at you. So he finally did, and then you just turn around to play, bro.
Until Ryan Up Church gives me a public.
No, you're not getting one.
Exactly,
because
church.
this is probably the last time I'll speak out, because I don't want to be scalded, you know, with the rap shit and all that with Ryan Up Church. No, I don't want all that.
Oh, you about to be scalded.
I probably could rap if I want.
What I mean by scalded is in you about to have a shit ton of videos made about you all over again in 2023, Bubba. That, if that is his daughter, God bless her heart, she is literally, like, you can tell with that face that she made at the end, she's like, this is my dad. Like, that's literally what she thinks, dude. Just being honest, man. I'm sorry. That's all I'm saying. She's trying to keep herself from busting out laughing, man, at you. For real.
Name? Jesse Fannin. Yeah, you are. You're the legend, son. And who's your son? What's his name? Johnny who? Gobble.
Scalded, you know, with the rap shit and all that with Ryan Up Church. I'm just more hurt than anything. You know what I mean? Who wouldn't like to work on a ghost ranch? You know what I mean?
Well, that fucking,
I was working.
that dream and opportunity is gone, bud. That's what you should have been doing. Miss Patty gave you an opportunity to paint and show your skill set. You know what would have been good, man, is if you had for a year stayed positive like you was preaching and stayed on that track. And then after a year goes by, typed up a nice letter, make it a resume, send it to Ghost Ranch, attention, Miss Patty Lynn. And I would have let her know how much you appreciated her and everything. And then I would have attached an application that you'd like to work there, dude. Because we all know you like Ryan. You're a fan of Ryan's. You're just trying to, dude, we know what you're doing. You're trying to, dare I say the word, clout chase. Because Miss Patty and her helping you went up from 6 to 8. And now you're trying to go to 8 to like 80,000, dude. Calm down. Take your time. And you ain't going to get there by saying that shit you said the other night.
Towards something.
Whenever fucking they sit here and start this shit, and then they want to make it sound like fucking I'm the one.
Here's an idea, man. Come on, man. Fix that shit, man. I mean, seriously, like, using the live free version of StreamYard, you know, I understand. You're trying to work with what you got. Hey, I'm the same way, man. Hell, I had to cancel this bitch for a month. And I just bought another month. I don't know why. I'm probably going to end up canceling it, to be real with you. But I'm going to use the month I got. You know, Johnny, YouTube is a great thing if, but you got to be able, and I wasn't able, and it's obvious that you weren't able to deal with the type of trolls and things that are on this, that are online. And it doesn't mean that me and you are less than men or nothing, but what it means is, man, we've got to conduct ourselves in a different way because we don't have the capability to act in the same exact way that these people do that are professional mind fuckers. At least I'm speaking for me. If you can and you do play their game, then Uncle Will is right. You deserve all this shit.
That caused that started every bit of this shit.
I've heard a lot about you having accounts and porn bombing people and everything else. I don't know. I'm not saying you did it because, like I said, this is speculation only. But I will say, from what I've seen on your own actions myself here recently, I mean, it would have been more polite for you just to return the stuff they sent you, and and go back to your YouTube videos than to befriend, apologize, and then do all this shit back over. And that's what it looks like. I mean,
dude, you're fucking. I got all the proof otherwise.
wow.
Johnny,
Get
fuck
the
that
long
bullshit, bro.
wow.
Oh, fuck that, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. Well, no, Johnny, you wanted it. You wanted it. But how are you going to turn around and claim?
Johnny, let me ask you something. Well, you sit there and play victim. Do you
Before
ever
we get the wisdom of Uncle Will, which I'm sure will be great, Johnny, for real? Because the next video we're about to check out is about how you claiming threats. Bro, are you an outlaw? Or, or are you like a person that says fuck the police? Police only come whenever a motherfucker breaks in my hat. If you one of them types of people that don't call the police and handles things physically, like you're making those things known right there on that live screen we just watched, that replay, you can't turn around and then I mean, I guess you can, but you lose all social credibility by a lot of people. It's just fucking, oh my God.
does it ever run across your mind that you took Justin Adams' career and just tossed it to the side? Now,
Yeah. What about that, Johnny? What about that? What about Justin Adams? What about him and how you preyed on him? What about that?
not saying that boy was doing much with himself, but it wasn't your place.
Okay, I see y'all's comments now. I'm not going after Johnny. Let this be clear. I'm just commenting on something because I saw Johnny start this stuff, guys. I literally saw Johnny start this stuff. And just like I'm not starting anything with the people that I've had the outs with, he shouldn't have started this stuff. Like, he was disrespectful to Mama Church and stuff. And we'll just have to agree to disagree on that, guys. Like, I can agree to disagree. But good morning, Paul. Thank you for being here. He doesn't agree with the shit they're doing to you, Paul. Well, you need to go check out why he has Worky verse Strong. They got him a clip of him saying it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Johnny flip-flops too much
to ruin that boy's career.
And you know how I know that? Because I subconsciously did that in my younger years and stuff. And you're either for one way or another. There's no in between.
Life. because nobody ever have anything to do with him again because of a liar. Because somebody
if you trust me for a day, I'll tell you who I am, I'll tell you what we can do and all that. And I went back with him. I said, you know what, fuck it. In my head, I'm thinking, I ain't got shit going on. In that conversation, it was illegally recorded with no consent and published with no regard. And first things first, to the person who recorded this conversation and published it without any consent. You know you're wrong. And I am pursuing.
Son, you don't have no respect for nobody. You took that boy's career, his talents, and his whole dreams, and sold him right down the river without a care in the world because you think you deserve something. Oh, and one last thing. Before you get...
That is true, because Justin made a mistake when he talked to Johnny and gave Johnny that to run off with. You think Johnny gives a shit?
Geeked out of your mind and get on the internet talking shit about Patty.
Johnny really gave a shit, man, all the times he'd seen that I asked him for forgiveness for videos I made on him in the past and stuff. He'd be over here these past nights and stuff. Things have been going on. Because if he has, he's been silently watching, laughing. Johnny, like, never called me back or nothing. The Enraged Watcher. Yeah, that's a good name for you, dude. You know, like, I get that they overplayed it, that it was domestic violence, but let it be clear, dude, you were threatening your mom's boyfriend to beat his ass and everything else, and you were yelling and screaming at your mom. Not in one occurrence or one small little aspect. The whole time you was back and forth between them, dude. Like, hey, everybody has arguments with their families, but when you're as old as we are, bro, no, we need to be doing more of the listening and being calm and being patient with our older loved ones, because they got us here. And that's all I got to say about that.
You ought to realize there's different time zones and people watch that shit. No matter if you get up and delete it real quick after you say it, you know, like, you ain't no fucking yes man. You're going to send all the shit back that she sent you, and you're going to
Man, I don't know what just happened. I don't know how long. I thought I was still streaming. Good morning, Straight Shooting. Hey, Straight Shooting, will you text me again, brother? I didn't ever save your number, man. It's in my list of contacts, but if you text me, I appreciate it. Man, I was sitting here trying to react, and something went wrong. But I was watching a video. I was just watching Uncle Will's video, and hell, I'll redo it another way. Um, but basically, what I just don't find it right what this dude's doing. Like, I mean, he started talking about Up Church's mom and Power Strokes Live I saw a few nights back, and then since then it's been a whole ignition of fire, and he done went at them basically almost veiledly threatening them, like saying, "Oh, I want it," and now he's got a video up from 6 hours or something last night that I hadn't got up on here yet. That he was just like, I'm gonna play Uncle Will's video again just because it didn't play right. I can't believe that shit. I had no idea. So you guys were just sitting here and the screen was blank, I guess, because I was definitely thinking that I was streaming still, and I wasn't. I got disconnected. So let me redo this for you.
It's the victim. Sometimes
He's been the victim of some things, like I said when I was doing this, and that part might have got recorded, but a lot of this stuff, like, he is instigated, initiated. That is true. But two wrongs don't make a right. But let's get on with the video.
People get what they deserve. So be about it. I'll watch this video. I'll wait.
Right of that, but I was sitting there and wasn't even paying no attention when I was talking to him and smoked the whole joint. Usually I smoke a half of one, you know, but I ain't like up church or nothing, but he burned down play all day and shit. But anyways, we pull up at the school here to pick up her little girl, which is my little girl too, and she says, I believe you need some Visine. I said, well, okay, all right, yeah, I think I do, because I'm pretty damn well lit. I got high before I knew it, talking up church.
Are you serious, dude? You're such a, like the way he says that, it's so almost convincing that, like, this dude can lie easily.
I guess that's just how things roll. But anyways, just wanted to share that with y'all, man.
Exactly would have been my, if I had been up church and I'd seen a video of a dude saying that, or even if I had just been me, and let's see, I saw a video of, for example, some guy named Stoner Rules 225 said, oh yeah, me and Square Works, yeah, we smoked a fatty and we picked my kids up the other day at school. I'd be like, no the fuck we didn't. Who the fuck is you? Like, oh, you got 2 subscribers and you, oh, okay. See, that's what Johnny was going after church for. He wanted that sweet clout. And it was just wrong how he, and then they forgave him and Mama Church helped him and everything. And he was all about positivity. And then he goes and says, worky verse strong, though. That's why I say to the people that said that Johnny don't agree with what they done to me, he may not agree, but damn, if he don't agree, then why the hell did he ever let them record him say worky verse strong? See, he tries to grease everyone's lock or clean everyone's clock or flip-flop, you either think someone's shit or you don't. And if you say worky verse strong, then you're agreeing with everything that Workyverse says about me, which, hell, they're not even a real group. It's just a fictitious in the ether. It's not even real.
Bro, being this delusional has to be dangerous. I mean, dude, there's video proof of him, like, just creating this fucking false world in his head as he lives in the real world. Plus, I mean, come on, who in their right mind brags on social media about getting high as fuck and looking high as fuck, picking up their kids from school?
This is the last thing I'm gonna say.
Exactly. And here's another lie too, because obviously, look what you did the other night in Power Strokes.
Say, until Ryan Up Church gives me hell,
I hadn't been chatting in those other chat. Well, I no, that's talking about them. So I'm wanted to, straight shooting is good to know. I wanted you to know, man, that I'm taking a new approach. I'm sticking with my content on reaction about other stuff. I'm not going to be focusing on myself or the trolls, haters, whatever you want to call them I've had. I'm done. I am truly moving forward, regardless if they do or not, whatever. I don't care. I've been fooled and deceived far too many times by them over and over and over again. This is starting. If it happens anymore or I fuck up anymore, then it legitly is going to be my fault. So but I appreciate you being here, man. I appreciate it.
Until Ryan Upchurch gives me a public.
No, you're not getting one.
Oh, and I don't agree, and I agree with him. You don't deserve one.
Because this is probably the last time I'll speak
Hell,
out.
dude, this Patty sent you stuff to help you get your YouTube going. You know what you should have done that probably didn't get recorded? Let me re-say. You should have painted all your stuff, kept with your positivity, your PVG stuff, because Mr. Fusion even kind of showed how that was fucked up. I'm not talking about him. I'm just using it as an example because of Johnny, that you're not always positive like you want to be. And if you had waited maybe a year, man, because here in a second he's going to say, who wouldn't want to work at Ghost Ranch? If he had waited a year, wrote a nice letter to Ryan and Miss Patty, apologizing for all the shit again, and thanking Miss Patty for all the help and forgiveness again, and then maybe also underneath include an application to be like just a farmhand or something at the ranch, you would have never known, man. They might have said yes, but that's gone now. that won't ever happen now.
Because I don't want to be scalded,
Because we all know Johnny loves and is a fan of Upchurch, just like I am, straight shooting it, or anybody.
Rap shit and all that with Ryan Upchurch. No, I don't want all that because I probably could rap if I wanted to.
No, I'm not humiliating him, Paul. I'm just watching this video and reacting to it. I'm not making humiliating content or talking down to him. I'm trying to tell him what I think. I'm speaking to him actually very nice. I mean, she's trying to keep from laughing, and that's bad. Like that your daughter.
What's your name? Jesse Fannin. Yeah, you are. You're the legend, son. And who's your son? What's his name? Johnny who? Gobble.
I will say this though, that he kind of, it looked like she was secretly, I don't think his dad knew he was being recorded either, and that was messed up. I'll call out something that's messed up, guys, when it's messed up. I'm not saying Johnny's not been done wrong, but it's like me. If I keep going on, people keep saying that it's my fault if people keep fucking with me against my will. Well, the dude, I mean, how do you explain what he just said to Kansas the other night, Paul? Come on.
With the rap shit and all that with Ryan Upchurch. I'm just more hurt than anything. You know what I mean? Who wouldn't like to work on a Ghost Ranch? You know what I mean? I was working towards something.
Yeah, you do.
Whenever fucking they sit here and start this shit.
You always miss a lot straight, but that's all right. I'm the same way. I always got plenty to catch up on.
But they want to make it sound like I'm the one that started every bit of this shit. Like, dude, you're fucking. I got all the proof otherwise.
See, there he is right here. Watch this, Jordan. Your baby was taken.
Johnny,
see, he
bullshit.
said, watch this. Like, he was proud to do what he did, guys, that night. That was sickening to anybody that's got a son or love for family or just fucking decency. That was wrong. That was just as wrong as what I said the other night. I can admit that. And it is what it is, but my situation is completely different. Johnny, I don't know what happened. Nobody knows what happened with him and Miss Patty and everything. But he's gotten sour and he went on the attack, as you see.
Shit, bro. Oh, fuck that. I don't care.
Like, saying that they wanted it, that he's not stopping. I mean, I'm all in, bitch. I mean, come on, dude.
Johnny, let me ask you something.
And then he's going to go and talk about these threats. Oh, y'all going to love the next video.
Well, you sit there and play victim. Does it ever run across your mind that you took Justin Adams' career and just tossed it?
Nobody thinks about this. But because Justin Adams let himself, unbeknownst to him, getting recorded by somebody who had a bigger idea, he's done.
To the side.
You don't care though, do you, Johnny? Because if you cared, you probably would have thought more about recording him. And I guess now I see why Gotcha Man did what he did to you. But I still can't agree with it, Gotcha Man, in good faith, because when somebody thinks that they're speaking for God or they're going to be karma's hand, as I've heard people say, you're stepping way above your position as a spiritual being. And that's unrighteous.
Now, not saying that boy was doing my Twitter self, but it wasn't your place to ruin that boy's career for life, because nobody ever had anything to do with him again because of a liar. Because somebody who's
if you're trucking for a day, I'll tell you who I am, I'll tell you what we can do and all that. And I went back with him. I said, you know what, fuck it. In my head, I'm thinking, I ain't got shit going on.
In that conversation, it was illegally recorded with no consent and published with no regard. And first things first, to the person who recorded this conversation and published it without any consent. You know you're wrong. And I am pursuing.
Son, you don't have no respect for nobody. You took that boy's career, his talents, and his whole dreams, and sold him right down the river without a care in the world because you think you deserve something. Oh, and one last thing. Before you get geeked out of your mind and get on the internet talking shit about Patty, you ought to realize there's different time zones and people watch that shit. No matter if you get up and delete it real quick after you say it, like, you ain't no fucking yes man. You're going to send all the shit back that she sent you, and you're going to put out all these tape recordings that you recorded of their conversations she had with you in private. That's what pieces of shit do, Johnny. And you, my man, are a piece of shit.
If he releases any, I don't care if it was, unless it was something that he was in danger about or whatever, he ain't have no business releasing nothing. Y'all excuse me just a second. I'm about to do something nice for somebody, and I want this person to know that I do it for. I'm doing it because of the truth they chose to speak last night. And I hope they take it as a token of my appreciation. All right. So that was Uncle Will's video. I liked it. Now, guys, I'm not trying to get on an anti-Johnny train, but y'all, for real, y'all got to see just a few clippets of his latest video after starting that stuff. Like, he is, he owned one, bro. And I'm not about to be covering him, but just for a little bit this morning. I just cannot believe it, dude. Rooting for him. I was rooting for him.
Proof to who started this shit. Like I can prove this shit. Like don't act like fucking I'm the.
You've been saying that forever, dude. think you muted yourself.
He said he's going to be the next gobbler. And I said, Kurt, I said, you don't want to do that, bro. You don't want to do that, bro. I'm the one that kept Kurt from fucking being the next fucking gobbler. And now this guy is fucking on a live.
Okay, well, that's all I'm gonna say. You know, but Johnny, you're just stirring the stuff up, man. This is why we need to do stuff like this. Y'all want to see some crazy stuff? Dr. Phil content is always good, especially by this one guy named Grim. And, you know, man, we're not going to stay on you, Johnny. I just wanted to give a shout out to, you know, I've always watched Uncle Will. I have a respect for Uncle Will because he reminds me of someone in my life. And that's why. And, you know, he seems to be pretty straight up, you know. And, you know, I ain't never been going over to any of his lives or anything lately because, hell, I can't. I don't want to get into that. So let's check out this. Has the body positivity movement gone too far? I'm going to save my opinion until the end and see what you guys think. What? Hello, Miss Davis. Good morning.
Today on an all-new Dr. Phil. Has the body positivity movement gone too far? Based on science, if you're overweight, you're at risk for diseases.
I disagree with you.
So you would reject the science.
People of a higher weight are more likely to survive heart attacks. So many doctors are middle-aged white men, and my body is different.
Thank you for calling me middle-aged.
Okay.
I've struggled with my weight and my body image my entire life. Kids.
And that's horrible. Like people that go through, because see, my grandparents often wondered if I struggled with some type of eating disorder because I was so picky when it came to eating choices. And their doctor that they got for me, he straight up told my grandparents at the time, he'll eat when he's hungry. Just give him a wide variety of choices and whatever he likes. If he's stuck to a specific, just allow it, and he'll grow out of it. And I didn't really grow out of it all the way, but I did, because I did end up trying things I'd never tried before and ate. And now, as I can sit here today, I can say, you know, I have a wide variety of tastes compared to what I used to be when I was younger.
Bullied me for my weight, but I always shrugged it off, thinking, oh, well, they're just like mean kids. When I was 10, my friend's mom told me, Lexi, with those blue eyes and that beautiful singing voice, if you just lost the weight, you could take over the world. So it was particularly soul crushing to learn that adults were thinking negatively about my body also. Yes, there we go. My journey to accepting myself was gradual.
Man, I heard you, or I seen you straight shoot and say, what happened to Kansas? Dude, like, Johnny said some messed up stuff to Kansas, just as messed up as the stuff that Fusion, PD, and the whole Workyverse has been saying to me this whole time and been sending and fucking with me with. And I messed up, you know, like I did. You know, as a Christian and as a person, I returned fire with fire in that regard, and said something about somebody that recently passed, and I shouldn't have. And I just want you to know that straight shooting, that it was wrong with me, man. I'm trying to grow more from this stuff. Really, I'm trying to use it, if anything, to grow more, because I know it's mostly bullshit. But Johnny just straight up went on, I guess was in the comments of a live, and started saying messed up things to Kansas, dude, that, like, I mean, if I was a dad and I was that type of person, like, I wouldn't be like that. Like, or I wouldn't, you know, I think he made a very, very stupid mistake. And I think the more he continues this up, that he's the victim thing, after just doing what he did, come on, man. I mean, it's just not right. He needs to apologize to that guy sincerely. Somebody get rid of that thing that says I'm a drunk.
I've really made peace with my body. I started creating content for Instagram about 4 years ago to document my own self-acceptance and body confidence journey. One of the most common troll comments I receive is that I'm promoting obesity. So many people seem to feel entitled.
You are. Like, I don't get what you think that you're not doing. Like, you are. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on Dr. Phil.
Entitled to a fat person's personal business and are quick to judge them. When people are berating me online and telling me I'm gonna
Now that I will agree with is wrong. People should not be berating you online, but here again, you're online saying stuff that people are trying to help correct. I mean, golly, this is almost, how do I explain this? Like, you're just one of those people that can't be told they're wrong. Like, I don't know. Anyone?
die by the time I'm 30. It is not inspiring.
No, that is not very nice. That is very mean. That is unacceptable. And that is despicable behavior.
Will and
You need to be consulted down by a doctor. And people on social media need to be nice, but at the same time, maybe reaching out to you privately.
Our soulmates. He is the love of my life.
I think body positivity is good, but people online have made rude
There's
comments.
nothing wrong with being positive about the body you have, but we all got a better body we want. Come on. If you're a human and you can sit here and say, I got the best body I could have, I'm happy with it. Great for you. But 90% of us can't say that. I'd like to be stronger, have more muscles and stuff. Not have the fat that I have, but instead have abs. You know, like, I'm not as healthy as I want to be. I'm not going to lie to myself and say I am.
It's to Lexi just because she's fat. It's painful to watch. I respect her tenacity, her fight, and her vigor through it all.
I hope that people can just see me loving myself the way that I am and feel inspired to love themselves the same way.
What's your definition of body positivity?
My definition of body positivity is pretty simple. It's self-acceptance, radical self-acceptance, regardless of whether you're as healthy as you'd like to be, or whether you love how you look, or maybe sometimes you don't. It's the belief that no matter how you feel in that moment, you know that you are deserving of good things and respect and dignity.
Okay, how many of you, just by a show of hands, would support what she's just saying with her definition? Okay, how many of you would say, I got a problem with that? Okay, a couple of wafflers. Okay, I'm raising my hand because I got a problem with that.
All right.
Do you define it pretty much the same way?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay, then I got a problem with both of you two. So you're in trouble.
We can work it out,
Yeah,
I think.
I bet. Now, here's my problem. See, I think we, in this society, I think we have always confused body image with self-image. I think they vary together and should not. We have a good body image, our self-image goes up. We have a poor body image, then our self-image tends to go down. That shouldn't be the way it is. Would you agree?
I agree that how you view your body shouldn't be the only thing that makes you feel good about yourself. That's what I think body positivity helps with. If you start to change how you see yourself, if you start to approach your body image with a sense of compassion and tenderness, then you start to see yourself in a more gentle light rather than like a harsh criticism. And so when you are feeling negatively about your body, instead of it making you feel negatively about yourself altogether, you can say, I feel negatively about my body today, but I'm going to show myself kindness and compassion. And I'm just going to say, you're doing your best and tomorrow's a new day. And then that way you kind of lift up your entire self-image.
See, you're contradicting yourself then. You're saying, I don't like my body image. I'm just accepting it, and I'll do better tomorrow. And I don't see.
That's
to
exactly right.
me, this body positivity says we're not going to focus on body image. We're going to focus on the person inside. But it seems to be totally focusing on body image.
Mm-hmm.
What about the health issues? What I think most of the critics about this focus on the fact that by seeming to celebrate the body, not your worth, not your value, but to celebrate the body, you're ignoring the health risks.
The whole point of fat acceptance, body positivity, body neutrality even, is destigmatizing the fat phobic, toxic diet culture, beauty standards, all
Destigmatizing it. Those things are there for people that want to use them.
of these expectations that are put onto people to look a certain way or to avoid looking a certain way. It's destigmatizing having a specific body image, destigmatizing fatness, and it's putting an individual's personal experience and their personal journey to the forefront.
At 20 years old, I was at my heaviest weight of 360 pounds. I was really afraid that I was going to, die really, really soon. I decided that I wanted to change my life. I have lost about 180 pounds overall, and I've been able to keep that weight off for about 10 years now. I actually started to document my journey on Instagram as well as YouTube. I want to make it very clear. It was
Now this dude,
rough. It was rough. I also don't believe that losing weight is obviously a bad thing and that you should be shunned for it or made fun of, or in my case, I'm called fat phobic because I've lost weight. I've been called an ex-fat because I've lost weight. I have had a lot of people be very angry at me because I advocate for others that want to lose weight. Ideal beauty standard, no. I am here to say, if you do want to lose weight, I believe in you. I believe you can do it. It is very hard, but it's worthwhile. And me losing the weight has been one of the best things I've ever done in my entire life.
Well, John, welcome.
Yeah,
you
thanks
worked
for
really
having me.
hard to lose weight, right?
Yeah, it was one of the hardest things I've ever done. Yeah.
How much did you lose total?
180 pounds.
That's a whole other person.
Yeah.
Right. And so do you consider yourself healthier?
Yeah, I mean, I would consider myself healthier, yeah.
There are people that have done what you've done, lost weight.
he is so much more healthier now that he's done that. And that's what they will refuse to get.
Celebrities have done it. Adele, Rebel Wilson, Jonah Hill, that get criticized for losing weight. And you've had people say traitor, that you've quit on them, right?
With weight loss, I think a lot of people see it as, like they were talking about, some sort of moral success, right? And I can understand how you guys feel, being just feeling like because you're fat, you have people that are attacking you, regardless of what you believe, regardless. I get it. I was there. I know what it's like. And so I think you guys are doing a great job, by the way. But I have dealt with that. I have dealt with people upset with me, upset with my name on Instagram, Obese the Beast. And it's frustrating because at the end of the day, what I care about and what I preach is I want people to be happy and I want people to be healthy. And if someone wants to lose weight, if someone wants to go down that path, I think they should be hopefully do it in a healthy way, but they should have ways to do that and not be made to feel bad about wanting to do that. Because for me, it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. It completely changed my life. And I want people to have that option and feel supported when they are going.
I'll see that. Hold on. It's that GMO cookies. That's that good stuff. That's what we're going to wake and bake with. Wake and medicate.
Down that road.
Data is really what matters. And I run lab tests on my clients. So everybody does blood tests. I do stool testing. And fat is an organ and it influences inflammation. It influences your hormones.
Yep.
And it puts stress on your organs, and
It
then
does.
organs begin to fail. And
Exactly.
I've seen that over and over on lab testing, and so it's something that we have data to prove. Also, being obese is putting you at risk for all-cause mortality, which is cardiovascular disease, diabetes,
Exactly.
and just organ failures, like even the gallbladders included.
Thyroid disease.
Not to mention orthopedic problems, which are huge.
Exactly.
What are some of your favorite studies that you've read that aim to research people who are, as you say, obese, so people who are overweight, who don't have organ failure, who don't have orthopedic issues?
Yet.
What are some of your favorite studies?
They just don't
or
have them
research
yet.
that you've read exploring healthy fat people?
Well, nothing in medicine's 100%.
Sure.
So you're going to look at data and you're going to look at percentages. And when you look at people who are 40, 50.
Medicine is about treating. It's not about curing. If we had cures to everything, we would be living in a lot. Sorry, I don't even have this showing. Sorry about that. But we would be living in a lot better world if we had cures to a lot of this stuff. So we have to treat and use science and medicine.
More pounds overweight, the statistics.
Sometimes the natural alternative with healing is better than the unnatural pharmaceutical version. Like I said, I take many different philosophies and tools of living and implement them all in my own personal tool. I don't follow just one set of thinking.
Statistics tends to indicate, and this is very well documented, that they run more problems. Doesn't mean that everybody who's overweight is going to have these problems, but the risk is much greater than a person who is at ideal BMI.
And the body fat is inflammatory. So
It's not
regardless of how much you
It's
have,
not inflammatory to say that somebody like me that's in my BMI range would be healthier than you. I mean, that's just a medical data, statistical, and by the numbers, fact. It is not meant to be a personal slander towards you. That is what that guy was saying.
increasing inflammation, and inflammation is the root cause of all disease, regardless of it is.
Yeah, inflammation it is. And you know what, below it, and I'll tell you guys, my viewers, here something that these doctors weren't taught, that won't tell you, that you can find in that book that Worky Wilson makes fun of, that I've read on lives before, but from Dogma to Light, you can find out about how all disease comes from a lack or congestion and a lack of electric movement, because our body produces natural electric enzymatic activity, and when we put things that kill that activity in our body repeatedly over and over and use products and stuff that do those damages and can't even be absorbed by the cell, especially the artificial supplements that some people take. That's why their stool and urine change, because their body isn't even absorbing them.
It is. And so it's important to look at the data in regards to that and really look at, okay, are you insulin resistant?
Because everything in nature is designed to have the proper element and carbon compound so the body can be able to utilize it properly. And once a scientist puts it in the laboratory and changes it into something synthetic, then the body can't use it properly.
Because insulin resistance can lead to dementia. They're calling dementia type 3 diabetes. And if you're insulin resistant now, then you're setting yourself up for things like dementia in the future too.
You wanted to say something?
My comment is to the young lady.
And I have somebody who lives close to us that is a little bit, probably more obese than that woman is they're talking about. And she does have early onset dementia. She forgets, like, I was trying to help her one day, and like it was really challenging when she couldn't remember certain stuff, and I knew how she was. I just had to keep my patience with her, and I was really easy with her and everything, and bless her heart. But that's what these people are heading towards, and all these people are trying to do is get them awareness so they can maybe change it if they want to.
Lady, I wish when I was as young as her, I had paid attention to the dangers. I'm the poster child of everything.
All right, y'all. Spark up time. 7:20, aka 4:20, 3 hours back on the earth.
That can go bad because of weight. I'm going to have open heart surgery on October 10th. I had a heart attack. I have diabetes, high blood pressure.
Wow.
No cartilage on both legs. I need 2 knee replacements.
Oh my God.
And health is important. And overweight is linked to more health issues.
Yep.
There's no question.
Well, she just described some things that my grandmother, rest in peace, has or had cartilage issue on the knees and everything, and yeah, my grandmother sadly was obese, and I had to help her get up from the couch all the time, and I loved, I didn't mind doing it, but I just hated that she hurt so much. And that's what these people that are young, they don't understand now. Like, they're going to be hurting and suffering from arthritis and all the diseases older people used to get when they get way older now, way sooner, if they keep down this path.
You wanted to say?
Yeah, so it's clear that all the numbers that all these studies people are bringing up, more people are becoming overweight, obese. That's clearly happening. I don't think anyone would disagree with that, right? I think it's important to look at, is that really an issue? And if that is an issue, what can we do to solve it? Not what can the fat people do to stop being fat, right? It's more about what can we do as
Have a good day, Miss Davis. Sorry, just saw your comment.
nation, as a community, what can we do to help people? I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional because I dealt with people constantly telling me I was fat. Guess who doesn't need to be told they're fat? A fat person. I'm telling you right now, I knew, right? And so it was so frustrating to me to have people make fun of you, call you names, say, oh, you're gonna die soon, yada, yada, yada. I knew, right? I knew what was going on. That didn't change the fact that I felt like I couldn't lose the weight. I felt like it was impossible for me. And so what I try and do as just a dude is I try and show people I was able to lose the weight. And if you want to, you can.
Your life is yours to live, and you're going to make the choices. I'm just saying, deal with reality. Deal with reality. If I'm a big one for science, if anything that I've said today, it won't withstand challenge, throw it out. Fact check everything I've said. And if I'm wrong and obesity doesn't put you at higher risk for diseases, throw it out. Don't listen to me. Fact check me. Do these things for yourself, but deal with reality. And I want to be sure you understand that I don't conflate issues. And self-image and body image, I don't put those together. One is at risk for your health, and I care about people and want them to live as long and healthy as they can. You as people, as individuals, I've enjoyed having you here. You've been great for this conversation and debate. You've been very nice, very pleasant. And if we talk about this some more, I hope you'll come back and contribute to the conversation again.
Absolutely. Thank you for having
I
us.
hope you're glad you came. I've tried to treat you with dignity and respect because I do respect both of you, and I
we
hope you'll
respect
come
you
back.
so much. Thank you.
Workplace bullying can affect you physically.
I threw my back out.
Wow, workplace bullying. Yep. Y'all are looking at a sufferer of that too. But you know what I did? I decided to walk away, and everybody knows that. I walked away from my crazy boss. Now, I thought this was interesting because while I have, in a way, I started out live streaming way too much, and I'm obviously considerably going to be taking it down. I came across the Dr. Phil video that is a whole episode about a wife getting a woman getting made fun of and supposedly doing YouTube for attention, like she's addicted to it and stuff like that. So I was actually going to check that out today. And yeah, because I had already watched some of it and I thought it was pretty interesting. And so, you know, I did not want to go there. I shouldn't even be subscribed. I'll get back to it. Excuse me, guys, for the low loading connection, slow connection, but this is the best streaming I can offer.
Sean says he was supportive when his wife Tricia started her YouTube channel. That is until the police showed up with a crisis team and CPS started making welfare checks. Take a look.
Ooh, the cops are here.
This summer, multiple times, the police have knocked on our door with a crisis team.
Hands up, don't shoot, guys.
They've been saying I had suicide attempts. They wanted wall checks.
A troll called.
They claim that they've been getting calls from all over the country.
But I have it on tape. There was no violence of any sort.
CPS was called last week after live streaming an argument with my daughter.
Because I can do it. It is my channel. Congrats, you can do whatever you want.
They have said they received complaints of neglect. A CPS worker came to my door while I was live streaming and told me to turn off my live stream so she could talk to me. And I said no. And I utilized my Fourth Amendment right. Told her to get a warrant and come back.
CPS interviewed our daughter 3 times. They went to our daughter's school and asked questions about our family. But we've been told by CPS we've done nothing wrong. I don't know who's making the accusations, but I bet it's one of the haters.
For them to involve your children, bad news. That's not good for them to do. Now, the police have come to your house too, right?
Yes, Dr. Phil.
And you live streamed that.
Yes, I did for my protection.
What do you mean?
They have body cams. I have my live cam. They tell me I'm crazy and they want to lock me up and commit me. Show me proof. I am at home. I am not drinking and driving. I'm not doing anything but being home.
They talked to me about the steps if I wanted to do it.
Well, they went on and said, like at the hospital, you wanted me committed, so.
So one of the trolls or haters or viewers or followers, or you don't know exactly who it was, but somebody called the police when you streamed an argument you were having with your husband and your daughter?
Yes. One, let me interject, sir. One person called 911 as if I were a butterball turkey on Thanksgiving. They called and said that I was suicidal and all this, and spent 7.5 minutes talking to a 911 dispatcher about me taking the resources away from somebody else on a Friday night where there are people drinking and driving on the highway.
You ain't the only one that's had that done to you, but I wonder were you, we have to see the live stream to know.
Highway, a cop had to come to me while I was live streaming.
Where'd the butterball turkey get in?
Because people call 911 because they burn their turkey on Thanksgiving.
Right,
I'm not worthy of that. I was streaming my life, not actively.
Well, Tricia and Sean say her online haters have even stalked her and tried to run over her with a car. She told us about that. Take a look.
Last week I was in Myrtle Beach and I was live streaming.
One of her haters went to the motel, staked out the parking lot, and confronted Tricia.
I went out to get her license plate and she backed out of the parking lot. She hit me with her car.
Haters will say Tricia jumped on the car, but she didn't.
So you knew they were down there.
What?
What happened was I spent the day on Ocean Avenue where there were a bunch of homeless people and a lot of great things. I was with my support dog and some woman, hair messed up. I thought, oh, another homeless woman. I had $5 left in my pocket. At the end of the day, I just wanted a damn ice cream cone. And she started filming me and I said, I don't know who. I was nice. I answered the questions and I thought, oh, another homeless person, please leave me alone. I just want an ice cream cone. Went and got an ice cream. Then I got a text, somebody's live streaming you right now. I was like, oh no. So I ran outside and I went to get the license plate because it's usually, you're crazy, it's your word against hers. No, I wanted that license plate. So I ran after her.
Why?
After I wanted proof that this is I'm being harassed.
We had proof because she was live streaming. I'm here in front of the hotel. She was parked in this handicapped spot, and she was waiting. She waited for you. I saw that.
I could tell. I could tell.
I could save these people, but this is an old episode, I'm sure, but I could save them a lot of time by telling them that, you know, I don't know. You just have to ignore it, like people have told me, and stay focused on my content, which is currently about people that can't ignore stuff.
All that because she like
we need
it
more
was,
proof.
So I ran after her. She was backing away.
And that's exactly the reason why I got upset, was because we were trying to get proof that MC was calling and harassing us. But remember, I'm not talking about them no more. I'm not. What I'm doing privately is another matter, and it'll be handled privately. But I'm not talking about them anymore. I can't. I can't talk about them anymore or what they've done, because all it does is it feeds them, and I'm not going to be used as a willing participant in my own harassment and attack against me.
And then she came for me. I don't know if I learned it from Jackie Chan or Medea, but I jumped when her car came at me. I jumped and I fell and I rolled off the roof and
So
I
she
got
hit
back
you
up.
with her car?
She hit me with my car. If you watch the direction of the line of her windshield, and I don't know, I
Were
think,
you hurt?
Yeah.
How were you hurt? I mean, did you hit you in the hip or ribs? Or
If you had to see the
Lie.
clip, I kind of rolled down the hill and had ice cream stain all down because I threw my ice cream at her. I was so mad. I ruined that damn ice cream.
One of Trisha's haters went to the motel, staked out the parking lot, and confronted Trisha.
Did y'all notice that, though? She was more upset about the ice cream than her supposed messed up back. Watch this.
Come on out. You can move from in front of my car.
She hit me with her car.
Move.
Clearly rolled right on the car.
Haters will say, Trisha.
Dude, come on, man. We know why you got to say that, because you're married to her.
Closed captioning provided by.
By the way, I do have closed captioning on.
Well, you said if we see the clip, we would know. We actually have the clip.
Okay. I'd love for you to see that.
We actually.
Because there's either Jackie
do.
Chan or Medea, because I wasn't going to take
We actually
that.
do have the clip. Here's a more detailed version of that story
If you get hit by a
that I
car.
want Tricia to look at, and then you can comment on.
Last week I was in Myrtle Beach and I was live streaming.
One of her haters went to the motel, staked out the parking lot, and confronted Trisha.
Honey, you can take my license plate all you want.
I found out that this female follower of mine had driven 15 miles to see me.
Do not sit there and talk junk about people online because
15 miles. Man, that's nothing.
you never know who you're going to run into.
I didn't recognize nor invite her. Someone had texted me to
Which
let me
is not cool.
know that she was streaming online. So I went outside and I confronted her.
Come on out.
She said she was going to teach me a lesson and pop me in the face.
You can move from in front of my car. Get off of my car.
I went out to get her license plates.
Get off of my car. I'm calling the police, honey. Get out of my way. Here, honey.
She backed out of the parking lot and she hit me with her car.
Move!
You should have just got her license plate and reported her for harassment. You shouldn't have done all that extra shit.
I didn't hit you.
Haters will say Trisha jumped on the car, but she didn't.
I did. When she was
Are you fucking kidding me?
coming at me, you jump up. You just don't stand there for cars coming at you. You jump. Medea or Jackie Chan taught you how to do that. If a car's coming at you, you either jump out of the way or stand there and get.
She did not just say Medea or Jackie Chan taught you that. Girl, or excuse me, woman, if you think that Medea or Jackie Chan ever meant when they got on screen to teach you something, you obviously missed the whole point about movies.
Hit and knocked down.
Has you seen that before?
Not like that. Not that big. I saw it on a little iPhone 5, and I'm like, I hadn't seen it on Dr. Phil's
She was
72-inch
backing up.
cinema
She was
TV.
backing
Really? Because I ain't got 72 inches and I can see that clear.
up, and she went straight at me. Do you stand there? No.
Trisha,
you jump.
You had
come on,
all the proof
Sean.
that you needed. That
She done admitted just on stage just now she jumped on the car.
somebody was there stalking you without you going back out there.
But
She
there's no
chased her
proof.
across the parking lot, got
get her
in front of her
license plate.
Yeah,
car.
the
and
only thing she had to do was, if she was there stalking her, was get her license plate and report it. And she could have videoed the car leaving and her saying whatever she said. She shouldn't have engaged back or nothing. That would have been the way to handle that.
dove on the hood.
That's not the. No.
No, there is no. You don't get to make your own story. You said it yourself. You jumped on the hood. This isn't fairy tale land.
No. That is not the way it happened.
That is
If I was
exactly
gonna
the
di-
way
do you
it
see how
happened.
big I am? If I was going to dive on the hood, I'd have pulled a Superfly Jimmy
Well,
Snuka
let's
on
take,
that hood.
I isolated that little section again.
Where
Let's
the
take a
fuck is she getting these catchphrases from? Oh, I'm sorry. Got my
look
calendar.
at just that.
Watch how they go. She's backing up and she's going forward.
Move!
I jumped up. She was coming towards me. You don't stand there.
I didn't hit you.
You ran in front of the
Let me run that back for
and
y'all.
jumped on the hood.
Y'all may have missed it.
No. That is not the way
Yeah.
it happened. If I
Yeah.
was gonna do you see how big I am?
Yeah,
if I was
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
dive on the hood, I'd have pulled a Superfly Jimmy
Well,
Snuka
let's
on
take,
that hood.
I isolated
Where
that
the
little
fuck
section
do they
again.
get
Let's take a
this
look
shit?
at just that.
Watch how they go. She's backing up and she's going forward.
Move!
Boom.
I jumped up. She was coming towards me.
You
don't
sure
stand
did. You
there.
jumped up on the hood.
I didn't hit you.
You ran in front of the car and jumped on the hood.
She was headed towards me. I jumped at
She
the car.
wasn't headed
What?
you. She was leaving. You
No,
chased her
time out.
down
Look.
like a.
No.
You chased her down.
Watch the
You're
hood.
You're
She's
running,
going
running, jump,
forward.
slide.
She was going forward. You can see her go back. No.
You ran
If
her
she'd have
down like a cheetah on a gazelle.
More like an elephant on a car. I might have caused some damage, but if you look, she backed out.
She called herself an elephant. She said more like an elephant on a car. What?
And then she moved forward again. Watch
I think she got a little too hyped up in that moment when she said that.
the street and watch the windshield of her car.
If you just watch it from a certain angle, I swear, it looks exactly how I tried to make it look.
Come running from 50 yards away to get in front of her.
As if yes.
Watch you come in from
Watch her back up. Now she's moving forward.
Okay.
And you
But
bang.
did you see you running from across the parking lot to get in front of her car?
Because I wanted that license plate number.
You are. Come on.
I didn't get it.
You lie.
The
You
license
get it
plate's
in the back of the car.
Were you getting it over your shoulder as you dove in?
The license plate's in the back of the car. She backed out.
Well, then why were you in
and
the
then she
front?
if you watch.
Then why were you in front of the car? If you wanted the
Trying to get
license
back.
plate, why didn't you run
Because she's
behind the
backing
car?
up, and then she came out.
None of it needs to be
Morning,
on
Heather.
YouTube.
I believe I'm Rosa Parks of the internet. You want to know why? Because I am not going to sit down, and I'm not going to be.
Oh my God. Now we truly found somebody that has been obsessed with YouTube to the point of starting some shit. How are you doing this morning, Heather? Just want to say hello. I noticed you came in.
Told what to do.
Don't flatter yourself.
I don't know if she looks like one of the scam people, but she definitely looks something.
You're not
You've been called a bunch of things, which I don't agree with.
Rosa Parks.
Yeah, you're not Rosa Parks.
Well, truthfully, Tricia, you dove on that hood.
What was I to do? Stand there
How
and
about staying over on the other side of the parking lot?
watch. But if you watch, that's not even fair. No, Dr. Phil, that's not even fair because if you look, she backed up. She could have kept backing up. She went forward, and while we both collided like it was an African safari. I'm a beast. I know that. But when we collided, when that happened, watch. See, she's backing up. Now watch. She's going forward. I'm going forward. I jumped up because what happens? You can't just all of a sudden run and stop.
The car
We
is
both are
stopped
going.
when you dove on the
No,
hood.
it wasn't stop, sir. No, it was not stop. If you watch, slow it down. She was going forward. So was I. You can't stop me. I'm 200 pounds like a linebacker. I wanted that plate to prove that she was there.
Help me out here.
Let me say this one thing about everything that we're here for, every single thing. None of it needs to be on YouTube. None of it.
Exactly.
So wait a minute. What you're telling me is, I believe I'm Rosa Parks of the internet. You want to know why? Because I am not going to sit down and I'm not going to be told what to do. I have a right. I have a voice. I have the right to speak my.
Yeah, but when you're live streaming your whole look, that'd be like me live streaming my grandpa's activities. You don't do that. You don't have to live stream. Like, y'all didn't see the earlier part, but she literally live streamed a supposed. Y'all got to see this shit. I got to show y'all. Screw it. I'm gonna find it. She got a pizza delivered to her by her trolls or haters, and it had black pepper, which she supposedly is allergic to.
And so a lot of people.
Although she couldn't get the medical records, but you're about to see what her anaphylactic shock stream.
Your EpiPen?
Yes.
Is it possible
She stored her EpiPen and didn't have
It's
it.
up to 20 minutes, and depending on how much pepper that you eat. And this.
In fact, I have a video of someone that
watch this, guys.
Actually has an anaphylactic shock reaction.
This
is a mild to moderate.
This is
episode.
real.
Let's take
This
a look.
is real here.
You better give yourself a shot. You hear the wheezing because the airways are shutting down here. And this is, and you see she's got an EpiPen, and they're taping this. And finally he says, you need to do it.
Can I add that I was hospitalized for anaphylaxis once before,
Okay,
and I have
so
an EpiPen.
You see, this is the, listen.
Slow recovery.
Okay.
Doesn't happen
Now,
like
that's
that.
a mild to moderate anaphylaxis. And let's take a look at your anaphylaxis that you called an ambulance over.
The medic right across the street. Let's make that clear. They didn't travel miles to. Yes, ma'am.
Now, you're talking and adjusting the camera, and
Because I was filming what was happening, I could feel it
And
happening.
you guys remember at the end of this video, this channel will be linked in the description because you can find, and I'm hoping he doesn't mind me reacting to it, but I am going to leave his channel in the description.
My tongue is like
But that's his, if anyone was wondering what that wolf thing was, no, that's not my new logo.
swelling up now.
you're chatting them up, telling them.
It's swelling really.
That's a.
The first time that it happened to me, this is how I know it was happening to me, Dr. Phil.
Where's your EpiPen?
Oh, shit.
I didn't have it anymore. It was in storage.
I can't.
Completely fake. She wasn't having no anaphylaxis by black pepper.
Yes. as a matter of fact, when you're in a situation
No.
when you have to move pretty quickly, you throw stuff in storage.
Not
Sometimes
when
you
you
don't
have
think.
anaphylaxis.
Not when you have
don't store
I
it.
anaphylaxis.
didn't
You
think
don't.
today I'm going to eat a pizza with.
It doesn't matter. You never get rid of your EpiPen. It would be in your purse, ma'am, and you know that.
Extra black pepper on it. You don't think of certain things.
I know what you're saying, Dr.
Let me
Field.
tell you,
It
let me
doesn't.
tell you, when you're subject to your air being cut off,
Yes, sir.
You don't store.
You don't breathe. Yeah, you're right.
So why didn't?
When you know it's happening.
So why didn't your allergic reaction or anaphylaxis cause you to wheeze and everything else like the other woman? Explain that.
When you know it's happening and you feel it's happening, you don't wait for either.
Good morning, Delilah. Did I get a strike? What'd I get a strike for?
So when you've had you've had a reaction worse than what we just
In
saw,
2015.
and you stored your EpiPen.
Not on purpose.
So you're
I put
subject
in
at
my
any time
surgery.
to what we saw with that woman happening to you. And
I have a lot of Benadryl, and I'm very careful with the things that I eat. I always ask, is
Can anybody hear me? The fuck? I'm not now. Well, guys, you should be getting my new stream here any moment. I don't understand why they would do that. I was reacting fairly to a video. I didn't know it was content that I couldn't react to. I guess I shouldn't have been reacting to Dr. Phil. Well, I don't understand why they would do that. I was reacting very fairly, giving a lot of input and everything. And this guy's got the whole damn video uploaded. Let me share it with y'all. This is what I don't understand. This is the dude I was reacting to. He uploaded a whole episode of Dr. Phil, so you'd think this is a non-monetized channel. He's got 23,000 subscribers. It's called House of Entertainment. And it's YouTube star Trisha deals with her family's disapproval of and her haters who seek to ruin her life by stalking and assaulting her. And this guy, I was going to tell you all to go and subscribe to because I just found him. And like his handle is literally Dr. Phil on demand. But, and then a Patreon there to support. I mean, his channel won't probably be up too much longer, I guess, because they're going to be cracking down on all this shit if they're cracking down on me just reacting to Dr. Phil. Like I was only reacting to a little bit, but maybe I played it too long or something that got the algorithm messed up.
Sean says he was supporting.
No, I don't want to play that. But I'll tell you this. The reason why I did my earlier reaction Well, yeah, I'd understand, but even copyrighted content can be used for fair use. Like if I'm sitting here talking about it and giving my input, I'm transforming that media. I mean, that's just a fact. If I'm watching something and I'm giving my reaction and all that good shit, like then I'm transforming it. And I was told I shouldn't have anything wrong against stream sniping. So does that mean I should like stream snipe Cortex here, right here? Like I ain't gonna do that to that dude. Like I ain't got no problem with him. Like I've been finding other channels here lately that are part of Creek Squads and stuff. And just like Mr. Deaver said, Creek Squad is about family. And we don't bring up and bring in other people's family when we're dealing with that. And I suppose then Filthy Animal ain't Creek Squad. But what about Fusion and all them? I met them thinking they were the Creek Squad. You know, there's a lot of hypocrisy going on. A lot of hypocrisy. A lot of me but not thee type shit. And I'm trying to move past it for real. And fucking if it ain't YouTube or someone reporting me that's causing that, there's something going on. His content wouldn't be copyright because he's literally uploading clips of Dr. Phil that he either screen recorded from you know, there are some screen recorders like probably the one I got that I could screen record Netflix shows and stuff and upload them, but I couldn't be monetized, and hell, they may get blocked from everywhere but the U.S. also too. Um, it's really weird the way the policies and guidelines work on this. I've been on this platform, like I said, since 2009, at least actively with watching and being a user. And I've never, like, I've seen a lot of people do some things. I've seen them, you know, do little tricks to get things uploaded in the past. I've seen movies uploaded, but just not the full screen, or movies that are uploaded that the screen will switch size every few seconds, and it's annoying as hell. Types of ways to upload stuff on YouTube. And I don't try to do that. I just try to react to what's on there. And you would think that anything is automatically, legitimately published on the platform you could react to. Why couldn't you? Because it would fall under the Fair Use Act. You know, just like, I mean, they can be stream sniping me right now and, you know, that, but this was a good video. Maybe we'll try Bruce Rivers. He'll strike me himself, maybe. But JCS, no, let's do JCS. JCS came back from the grave almost, guys, because it's been years. Like, this is a guy that's actually, and he only charges $1 on Patreon for all his content, the stuff that he wasn't able to put on YouTube and stuff, the interrogations and stuff. Like, go check out Jim Can't Swim Criminology and Psychology. It is awesome. You want to learn about true crime and learn about interrogations and see some actual true cases that will make your skin crawl or make you think twice about the world we live in, go to JCS's channel. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. This one is called Yeardley's Ex-Boyfriend. And it's one of those tragic tales, sadly. I'm going to have to get it up on my virtual webcam. See, this is how I have to do it. I have to make me full screen and get rid of that. But I got to have that up for the audio. And then I got to put this here. Open the camera. Go over to the tab that's being shared. And then I can play.
All right. Sorry. Did you say you did want water, didn't you?
It's okay.
Yeah, grab me some water real quick. I need to get some stuff over here. That's my card. I know I introduced myself to you at your house, but my name is Lisa Reeves, okay? And I am a detective here at the Charlottesville Police Department.
Okay.
So before I want to talk to you, I want to make sure you do understand your rights, okay? And that way I can explain to you what's going on and all that good stuff. Do you understand? You understand that? Okay. Today's date is May 3rd, 2010.
Now, basically what we're looking at here is we're looking at an interrogation where a chap right there was, what happened was police went to a young man's house. He wasn't just any young man. He was a young man that came from, as you'll see, wealth. And he was the ex-boyfriend of somebody. And they asked him to come down to the police station and talk with them. And instead of pleading the fifth or doing anything about how he should have done, I mean, if he cared about his rights, that is. I mean, actually, all in all, I'm glad for the family and the victim that he tried this move, because what you're about to see is a person. I mean, that's why Bruce Rivers reacted to it. He said, this is why you never, because he said, because see, what if he was innocent? He said, if he had said anything that corroborated even a little bit of what she said, boom, it would have been on him. And that is important.
Current time is, all right, your first name is George.
Yes.
George.
I didn't. There's no way I didn't do it. No way. Why did you guys come in and say you were searching for an assault?
I never said anything about an assault.
Someone came in this
I
morning.
never mentioned to you anything, just told you we're investigating something.
Investigating.
Do you want me to call anybody for you, George?
It's an interesting concept to think of how you might respond to what would normally be an easy question, especially during a circumstance where it becomes a terrifying dilemma.
Do you want me to call anybody for you, George? If I was this guy, I'd be like, yeah, a genie with 3 wishes. So I can wish that God forgives me, so I can wish the person I just took's life back to life, and so I can wish none of this ever happened. You know, that'd be what I mean, I'm making light, levity, excuse me, but this is terrible what this young man has done. What he has done, people, is he has murdered his ex-girlfriend and doesn't even know it. He did it blacked out. When you hear this story, you're just wait. And this dude, like I said, he is rich.
Ask that you contemplate this question while you put yourself in George's position, but not before you grasp the context of what brought him to this moment. It begins with 22-year-old sports scholar Yardley Love, a star lacrosse player at the University of Virginia. She is captured in this photograph playing in the second-to-last game of the season, clearly aware of the obstacles that lie in front of her, yet continuing to move forward, which is the circumstance.
She looked like she was very athletic and stuff, man. Like, prayers to her family, please. Is it, no, this is, I don't think I really got into this. No, this is new. But I may have shared it, Heather. Can we all please take a moment of silence for Miss Yeardley? Lord, with your guidance, we ask you to help us as we undertake and show this case of true crime. Amen. All right, let's continue.
Detail that turned this picture into a symbol for the globally recognized organization that would be founded in her memory. This would be the last photograph taken that day, capturing...
She's such a beautiful woman. No, sir, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to watch his stuff, because it will just trigger me and get me back down that. I'm not doing that. I put them. I had a YouTube funeral for them, and that was a symbolic funeral for me and theirs connection. We have no connection. Anything they say is just lies.
Yardley's last embrace with her head coach Julie Myers.
It's not lies. It's something that did happen that they twist into a lie. You know, everything they've done has been, and even like the instance where with my granddad yesterday. My granddad came in here last night, and he got on. You know, I didn't force him, nor did I even ask him to come get on camera. He came because I told him, I said, Grandpa, I said, I've been sent a clip by somebody that cares about me or is at least acting like they do. I mean, and it shows that guy that's been calling us and that called our aunt, aunt. And I said, and he's going to be reporting stuff to some guy for the Missouri Senior Services, like I need to be committed and you need to be taken care of or something because you're being abused. And I said, and it's because of that argument we had earlier. I said that argument when you started engaging with MC instead of just telling him stop harassing you, so because that was the whole point, you wanted me to record it. And he said, yeah. I said, well, later on, I said you didn't care and stuff, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I forget how easy it is to get engaged with that crap, and I was wrong, and I apologize, and he accepted my apology, and that's all it was an argument. There was no abuse at all. So, like he said, if I was abusing him, I'd be gone like that song, No Shoe, or whatever that song we listened to last night, that country, that's how quick I'd be gone.
Both were unaware this exact moment would soon be on the national front pages. On May 3, 2010, at roughly 2:15 a.m., Yardley's roommate returned from a night out to their off-campus apartment. Upon entering, she saw that Yardley's bedroom had been broken into, at which point she rushed inside to find her unresponsive on the mattress. She had blood coming out of her nose and severe bruising across the right side of her face. But the most alarming thing was that she wasn't waking up. Her friend called 911, who instantly guided her through the steps of CPR, which was...
What are you talking about, Iceman? Is it really that bad of a... You got a new channel now? I'll be your first subscriber. Man, what's going on, dude? Like, man, see, now y'all making me want to look at it. Why did y'all have to bring this shit up? I swear to God. If it's something stupid, I'm not even going to watch it. Probably not going to watch it all the way anyways. I hate having to look this guy up. I'm not subscribed. Shit, I am still subscribed to him. Well, that's about to change. Oh, wow. Did he tag Dagburn? What? Because I reacted and have an opinion about Dagburn, now they're gonna. I could have swore he tagged Dagburn. I swear, yes, he did. And my dad. This son of a bitch, dude. He just don't know when to stop.
Good morning, Workyverse.
Got a suit and tie on.
Square is easily triggered when we often say, Workyverse strong. But you see, Square is the one who has made the Workyverse so strong. Many of us here suffer from issues such as
I don't care what you suffer from. You don't actively bully someone that suffers from them. And I don't know if that's true or not. So you could just be lying. And I'm not going to watch your shit. No, I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of that being on my live stream. Sorry. Nope. Bad idea. And the next person that tells me about something that's out, I'm going to ban them completely from this channel. Just so we got that clear. All right? Oh, I'm not reacting. What's there to react to? Like the authorities are going to watch YouTube video. I mean, they might watch some YouTube videos. Let's say that they filed something or made a complaint and told them to watch these YouTube videos. I wonder if they gave them my channel to watch so they could see from my perspective too. And I wonder what they think is going to happen when they come here and they ask my grandpa questions. Like my grandpa does not believe any of your horse shit, not one iota. And, you know, he's appalled that you guys have said all the stuff you've said about me with my friend that I took care of. He's appalled what you've said about my mother. He didn't know all of the details and everything. You know, I try to keep things from my grandpa to keep him from getting stressed. But at the same time, he's the only human being I got in my life to interact with at the end of the day. And if I'm doing YouTube and I'm dealing with a bunch of criminal POSs on YouTube that just don't know the phrase, leave me alone, stop, then, you know, I may want to vent sometimes about it. And I've hated that I've done that and gotten in that and let them keep me in this loop. I hate it. I sincerely, utterly, 100% hate it. And what am I doing about it? I'm doing what I can. I exited out of that video. There's nothing needed to watch. He got dressed and put on a suit. Hell, I could go do that. Does that mean everything I say coming out my mouth is factual? And why would you tag Johnny Gobble? You, like, I guess Gobble is if Goble's a part of the Workyverse, because he did say Workyverse strong. I don't get triggered when you say that. Let's get that clear. I get annoyed because people say it and they don't know the full definition of what the so-called little group that's not even incorporated does, which is say that you got my dead mom in closets, say that have your minion say he's going to lie, threaten, beat, and rape me, call my grandpa a lard ass when you call him, call my granddad hoping you can get him alone, call my granddad hoping that he's there and I was lying yesterday when I clearly said my granddad just got here and you were on the phone, and I had said I hope no one's calling him while he's gone or anything bugging him. And then as soon as he gets in, what happens? You call him, you know, like fucking words right out of my mouth, and I get him to I ask him to come on back here with the phone, and he answers it when we walk back here, and I start recording you on the live stream, and you start talking about it, you lied. Like the whole point was you trying to filibuster all that rhetoric in there was to keep me from saying the simple thing of this is more than 3 times, stop calling me. And it's been way more than 3 times. You've not just called me, but my grandfather. My grandfather is 80 something years old. He has no need. He does not know you. He doesn't care that you think what you think about me. It doesn't mean one iota to him. In fact, if anything, he's mad at the fact that you've had the audacity to disrespect our home like you have by calling it over and over again. So you better stop, because let me check real quick. I'm pretty sure that I do have the correct information. Good morning. No, Miss Army Vet. I just want to make sure. Do I have MC's actual information? Because if I do, like not the fake shit, but the actual information. Because if I do, then you know I really need to do something. Mm. If somebody has MC's real info, can you resend it to me? Because you know, they made it seem like, is that info that I first got fake or real? Chat, respond, please. Or if somebody wants to respond on Instagram, they can to me. But I'm trying to keep a lookout at the chat too because I know I got fusions and we're not talking about him. I just want to make sure I got his information, because if we do have to go through a questionnaire or anything, and I know it's because of them, I'm gonna file something on him for harassment. That's why, Army Vet. Okay. Like I've done told them to stop, please, so many times, and said it's a Christmas gift, please stop. Like I'll forget everything. So well, I mean, someone listening knows, and if they could send me the real stuff, I promise I will not, because I mean they sent me the last stuff and it didn't look Photoshop, but I'm wondering if it was or anything, because like, you know, I just don't know. I don't know if that's him. I mean, well, that's clearly him, but I don't know if that's his name. Oh, wait. Yes, I do have it. Never mind. I do have it. You in Michigan, MC? Okay. Well, you know, I went to Marnes, Michigan for my rehab, one of my attempts, my first attempt that didn't go over well. So just to let you know, I I know a little bit about Michigan, but not threatening you or nothing. Just letting you know. I know who you are, dude. And if you call one more time, I swear to God, today even, I'm turning you in. I'm not doxing you, but I'm turning you in. Just letting you know. I know who you are, dude. Yeah, I don't know who trolling the Workyverse is, and nobody needs to worry about who he is, because they were able to guard and keep multiple people to keep their privacy, their friends, while they worked as a mob-esque group to get all the shit they could on me and keep me guessing and manipulated. So now that we have people who have came up and made accounts and want to expose the truth, like, nobody needs to worry about who they are. I don't know who they are, you know, and we've already seen them get trolling Workyverse's video down, once at least. I haven't checked it since the other day, but you know, that tells you right there, they're not real trolls. I just gotta say that. Y'all aren't, for y'all to report stuff, you are not real trolls. There's no way. That go, you know, um, let's check this video out. I don't know, but Ruined Leon is a pretty good guy to watch content about. I mean, he always cuts right down the middle and gets to the bread and butter of things. My connection's going so slow now. I may have to, because I got a really slow connection. Remove this, and I put on some music for us, and we'll finish out this chill stream with some music. And I want to wish everybody a good, happy day. I did say on my community post, and I said it to let y'all know, like, don't be surprised if, some things do get brought up or come up in the chat, like, but or if I document anything else on the community tab. but I'm trying not to, because come the January 1st, to me, it's just about like a do or die moment, like sink or swim. Like I'm not gonna continue to feed the trolls, basically. I'm just not gonna do it. And that's why I've had a pretty low attendance most of this live streams, because I was just doing regular content. I wasn't talking about them. A little bit of music, I don't know, internet's slowing up or something. That's what I'm saying. Wow, are you kidding me? Tell me more about that in private, please. DM me on Instagram. That is messed up. No, I know, like, Troll in the Workyverse was in here earlier. He's like, I got nothing wrong with him. Yeah, feed a friend and starve a troll. That's exactly right. You know, and once January 1st comes, I'll start, having a script and mentioning I'm going to set up a link tree and my Cash App and all that. And they call me e-beggar, whatever they want to, but that's not what it is. Like, people that are on YouTube that are like working to provide content or entertainment or something that's useful for someone else to watch are doing it for as a service, and they should be rewarded, and that's if people choose to do it, or the monetization factor, which is why I'm trying to run my channel like a regular legitimate channel. I'm not trying to troll people or stuff.
First thing, wake up out a dreamer, grab a lighter, something I can steam, bong ripper, make sure it's cleaner, smoke session, nigga, what you mean, in my car, cruising down the street, so stoned, I'ma need something to eat, no tray, ashes on my seat, hide up, tailors on my feet, cloud nine, going through my manner, take a toker, hold it till you choke, moving forward, cruising on my border, still got more, burning to a shorter, and I be flowing, I get so high, fuck around and never come down, I get so high, I get so high, and I be flowing, I get so high, fuck around and never come down, I get so high, so higher than we're floating, don't know where we going, night until the morning, we rolling, higher than we're floating, don't know where we're going, night until the morning, we rolling, tell that nigga use a grinder for that weed, and tell him roll another joint, don't fall asleep, smoke pizza, pipe like a cheaper, heard you got a cheaper price for that reefer, what you need, never see take a dab, straight THC, for the highest in the room, look at me, somewhere in the clouds, that's where we wanna be, got you shook, not just for the look, half the day, wrote the whole book, drive slower, blow it by the O, eyes lower, everybody know it, and I be flowing, I get so high, fuck around and never come down. Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it.
I'm sorry, guys, as we approach near the end of our live stream. I'm going to be doing reaction videos maybe if I have any free time today, but I got some stuff I got to do today, so please enjoy this song, and I'm going to be closing us out.
As a poor man stealing, tired of living like a blind man. I'm sick aside without a sense of feeling, and this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you to say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken for letting you a heart would break it. And I've been wrong. I've been down, been to the bottom of every bottle. These stop words in my head scream while we haven't fun yet. Yeah, 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 no, no, yeah, 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 no, no. It's not like you didn't know that. I said I love you and I swear I still do. And it must have been so bad. 'Cause living with me must have damn near killed you. And this is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you to say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken for letting you break it. And I've been wrong. I've been down, been to the bottom of every bottle. These five words in my head scream out, we haven't fun yet. Yeah, 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 no, no, yeah, 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 no, no, yeah, 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 no, no, yeah, yeah.
Guys, I just want to let you know, I just want to let everyone know I appreciate for coming out and hanging out on this stream. Stay tuned for some video releases. I plan to maybe do something else like this hopefully soon in the future. If my mods will stay in contact with me and talk to me, and if you guys would help be like friends to me, I'd appreciate it. You know, my counselor and them is coming out today, and I'm going to be able to talk to them and get to lean on them a little bit. But, I mean, I've had everything done to me, guys, just about, and y'all know it. And I have screamed for peace, literally. You know, so sometimes you just gotta make your own. But everybody have a great day. I'm gonna keep the song. I'm gonna hold on. Don't go anywhere just yet. I'm gonna exit us out like this. Kind of cool. Let me. All right. And y'all have a great day and wonderful rest of your day. If I don't see you again later, peace and blessings to y'all. Thanks again. Goodbye. Take care, guys.
Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. And this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me.